Let's play a game. I'm going to describe a Formula One driver and you tell me who it is. Quiet. Zero drama. Doesn't stream on Twitch. Doesn't post thirst traps. Has never cried over a strategy call mid-race.
Are you crying?
Just shows up, puts in the laps and beats his much more famous teammate. If you guessed Oscar Piastri, congratulations. You've officially been paying attention, because while everyone's been busy buying Lando Norris hoodies and making Spotify playlists inspired by his radio messages, Oscar has been quietly cooking. And now, he might be McLaren's real star. Yes, I said it. And no, that's not slander. It's just data, vibes, and a hint of Aussie ruthlessness. Let's be clear, Piastri didn't come into F1 with the usual hype train. He came in with a legal battle, a politely savage tweet, and a personality that registers somewhere between stoic assassin and guy who'd win your group project and never take credit. But make no mistake, this guy is the real deal. No drama, no excuses, no PR circus. Just raw pace, clean driving, and results. And the best part, he's doing it all in Lando's house. The team that's built everything around Papaya Prince Charming is now realising, wait a second, this other guy might be faster, and younger, and calmer, and cheaper, and, let's be honest, way harder to rattle. Lando has the fan base. Oscar has the potential to steal the crown. So today we're asking the question no one at McLaren wants to admit out loud. Is Oscar Piastri already better than Lando Norris? And if so, what happens next? Before Oscar Piastri ever drove a Formula One car, he was already causing chaos. Not on track, just in people's inboxes. Let's rewind to 2022. Piastri was Alpine's golden boy, F2 champion, reserve driver, next in line. Fernando Alonso was aging out. Esteban Ocon was Esteban Ocon. It was all lining up. Then Alonso ghosted them, signed with Aston Martin and didn't even leave a thanks for the memories note. Alpine panicked, turned to Oscar and publicly announced he'd be racing for them in 2023. One small problem, Oscar never agreed to that. And in one of the coldest, driest, most I will not be attending moments in F1 history, Oscar Piastri hopped on Twitter and typed, "I understand that without my agreement, Alpine F1 have put out a press release late this afternoon that I am driving for them next year. I will not be driving for Alpine in 2023. Mic dropped. Contract shredded. Entire PR department in shambles. It was like the F1 equivalent of breaking up with someone via their own Instagram post. And who was waiting in the shadows with an open seat, a pen, and probably a fruit basket? Zak Brown and McLaren. Because while Alpine was running a loyalty program, McLaren was out here making deals. Oscar signs with McLaren. Alpine cries to the FIA. Everyone lawyers up. And Piastri becomes the first F1 driver to win a race before driving one. In the courtroom, it was petty, it was chaotic, it was glorious, and it made one thing clear. This guy is not here to wait his turn. He's not a placeholder. He's not a teammate there to support someone else's narrative. He's here to compete. And now that he's settled in at McLaren, well, let's just say things are starting to get uncomfortable for a certain someone across the garage. So what actually makes Oscar Piastri dangerous? It's not just the speed, it's the way he uses it. Oscar doesn't drive like a rookie. He drives like a calculated assassin with a stopwatch for a heartbeat. No panic, no radio drama, no overdriving to prove a point. Just clean execution and quiet destruction. He's like the F1 version of a hitman who shows up in a beige rental car, gets the job done, and disappears before anyone even realises something happened. Other young drivers come in guns blazing, lockups, track limits, radio meltdowns. Oscar? He just drives and delivers. His rookie season wasn't flashy, and that's what made it terrifying. He made barely any mistakes. He didn't try to win over the media with charisma. He didn't ride the hype wave. He just went about his business like this was already normal. And the scary part? He's only getting better. By year 2, he's already out-qualifying Lando some weekends, finishing ahead on merit, and looking more and more like the guy who's going to inherit the team. Think about that. This is McLaren, the team that built everything around Lando Norris. Merch, branding, interviews, car launches. Lando is the face of McLaren. Piastri is supposed to be the backup singer, the second driver, the guy who helps bank constructor points and keeps the vibes balanced. Instead, he's slowly but consistently stealing the spotlight. And he's doing it without saying a word. It's one thing to be fast. It's another thing to show up in someone else's house, use their tools, work with their team, and quietly start outperforming them. Piastri isn't asking McLaren to believe in him. He's making them reconsider who they already believed in. Here's where it gets awkward, because this isn't just an Oscar Piastri success story. It's a Lando Norris problem. Lando has been McLaren's chosen one since day one. He's the meme king, the marketing weapon, the Twitch GP world champion. He's the guy who stayed loyal through the rough seasons and dragged that orange tractor into places it didn't belong. McLaren basically handed him the keys to the kingdom, built the car around him, structured the garage around him, made him the guy. But now, there's a quiet question creeping into every race weekend. Wait, is Piastri better? And the thing is, Lando hasn't done anything wrong. He's still fast, still consistent, still incredibly polished. But Oscar is now doing the same things Lando does, and sometimes doing them better. That's not supposed to happen. You can excuse getting beaten by a Verstappen, or a Hamilton, even by a Leclerc on a good day. But by the guy who just showed up last season? The one who didn't even get a full rookie campaign without being compared to you? That's where the ego starts to itch. The comparisons are already happening. Every quali session, every race result, every Piastri out-qualified Norris again stat on Twitter. Every time the F1 commentators go quiet when Lando finishes behind. It's not a crisis yet, but it's simmering. And McLaren knows it, because the moment they stop treating Lando as their golden boy and start treating him as one of two options, the balance shifts. Do you keep building the car around Lando, or do you quietly start optimizing for Oscar? Do you keep pushing Lando as the face of the team, or start grooming the quieter, deadlier threat next to him? And most importantly, how long can Lando go without a win, while Oscar keeps closing the gap? This isn't just a teammate rivalry. This is a succession plan being written in real time. And right now, Lando's not holding the pen. So, is Oscar Piastri already McLaren's best driver? That's a loaded question. But here's the truth. If he's not there yet, he's dangerously close. He's clean, he's fast, he's calm under pressure. He doesn't need the spotlight, the memes, or the branding. He just delivers. And while Lando still holds the edge in experience, popularity, and the ability to create a banger team radio moment, Oscar's not playing that game. He's playing for results. And if this continues, the narrative shifts. Lando Norris goes from future world champion to guy under pressure from his teammate. McLaren goes from Lando's team to we have options. And Oscar Piastri, he becomes the silent threat that everyone saw coming, and no one did anything to stop. What makes it all more brutal is how quietly he's doing it. He's not gunning for the throne. He's just showing up, doing the job, and making Lando's position look less secure every single weekend. This isn't an attack on Lando. He's still one of the most talented drivers on the grid, but talent needs wins, and wins are exactly what Oscar is chasing without the extra noise. If McLaren ever builds a car capable of winning consistently, don't be surprised if it's Piastri, not Norris, who makes it happen. He's not the loudest, he's not the flashiest, but he might just be the most dangerous young driver in F1 right now. But hey, maybe you disagree. Maybe you think Lando is still clear. Maybe you think Oscar's rise is overhyped and Lando's just getting unlucky. So let's hear it. Is Oscar Piastri already better than Lando Norris? Or is this just a temporary phase and we're all overreacting? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like if you're quietly terrified by Oscar's rise. Subscribe if you want more spicy F1 takes that question everything. And I'll see you next race weekend. Probably watching Piastri finish 2 spots ahead of expectations with a blank facial expression and a casual, "Yeah, it was a good race" interview.
For the team that they allow us to race.